Welcome to episode number 7, counted number 7 of the 9's of the 9's. We're going to call this episode Attention to Detail. Everybody say it with me. Attention to detail. We've been away from you for a while, and just got back from vacation. Excited to be back on the 9's, man. We got a lot of information to share, to pour into you, and so just got back from vacation. But can I tell you what? While I take vacation, I never take vacation away from sports. See, I love sports. I can watch sports all day, all night. That's just who I am. That's who God has created me to be. And I absolutely love sports. Now, I say that to you to lead into what I'm going to talk to you about today, and that is the College World Series. Did anybody see this over the last few days? The College World Series. So in the World Series finals, we have two teams. Get it? Two teams. Arkansas versus Oregon State. Okay, Arkansas versus Oregon State. And so these two teams, they're playing a 3-game series. If you're familiar with college baseball and the way the World Series is set up, they play a 3-game series, and the best, whoever wins 2 out of the 3 is named the World Series champion. Okay, and so as we go into this series, Arkansas wins game 1. Okay, they win game 1, and so they have the momentum going their way. And so we go into game 2, and game 2 may have been one of the most exciting games I have ever seen in college baseball. One of the most exciting games I've ever seen. So check this. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. The score is 3-2. Bottom of the 9th. There's 2 outs, and there's 2 strikes. Now, Arkansas is winning 3-2. Oregon State is batting in the bottom of the 9th. There's 2 strikes on the guy that's at bat, and there's a man on third base. All right, now watch this. Pitcher pitches the ball. The batter files the ball off, pop fly down the first base line. 3 players from Arkansas, listen, 3 players, they give chase to the ball. The first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder. So try to picture that. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, man on third, 2 strikes, foul ball down the first base line, 3 people chasing after the ball. First baseman, second baseman, right fielder. All they need to do is catch the ball, and the game is over. And Arkansas would be the World Series champions. But this is what happened. These 3 guys, they overran, misplayed, did not properly communicate, and the ball drops to the ground. So it gives the batter new life. So what could have been an out now gives the batter new life, the momentum. You could tell the momentum kind of switch. You could see the expression on the coach's face. His face kind of drops. It's like, oh, man. And the players, they're kind of stunned that they let the ball hit the ground. And so the pitcher goes up again. Next pitch is ripped into left center field. The guy from third comes in. They tie the game. And then this is what happens. The next batter from Oregon State, he gets up and he smacks a 2-run home run. And they go up 5-3. And Oregon State wins that game. And so the next night, which was yesterday, if you watched it, the College World Series, the game starts, and Oregon State clearly has the momentum. And long story short, Oregon State absolutely dominates. They dominate the game, and they win the College World Series. And so as I'm watching, again, the game 2, and I'm stunned and kind of excited about everything that happens, and then, watch the next night at Oregon State, the pitcher is a freshman guy. He comes in and he dominates on the mound. I think they only had 2 hits. Arkansas only had 2 hits, and so he dominates, and they clearly have the momentum. I thought about this. It's amazing how one misstep can cost you and change your momentum. Listen to me. Listen what I'm speaking into your life. It's amazing how one misstep can cost you and change your momentum. Now, I'm not talking about baseball right now. I am talking about life as well. As we think about baseball, man, if these guys, as they running to that ball, that foul ball, if they're communicating with each other, if they're doing what they've probably been taught back in Little League, to somebody call the ball, somebody ball, somebody I got it, or somebody say something, then they probably could have caught the ball, and won the World Series. And it's amazing how one misstep can cost you and change your momentum. Now let's talk about life. This same principle applies in life. It is important to pay attention to detail. Very important to pay attention to detail because every little thing matters. Sometimes in our haste to finish, we miss details that are important to our success. Let me say that again. Sometimes in our haste to finish, we miss details that are important to our success. Let me give you an earthly example. It's like if I'm going to make a cake and I forget to put in eggs, then the cake will eventually finish, but it will not look like or taste like what I want it to look or taste like. I mean, I can finish it, but it won't be a successful job. And sometimes we get so busy, we get so quick to do things that we miss details that are important. Can I encourage you to slow down? Can I encourage you to pay attention to detail? Can I remind you today that every detail matters? So you have to understand this. You may finish the job, but if I don't pay attention to detail, the outcome may not look like what you want it to look like. See, Arkansas, the World Series is over, but the outcome is not what they wanted. The outcome does not look like what they desired it to look like. Why? Failure to pay attention to detail. And can I just tell you, in life, you'll finish. You may finish the job. You may finish whatever it is that you set out to do. But if you don't pay attention to detail, the outcome may not look like what you want it to look like. Man, pay attention to details. That's all for the 9's today, man. Listen, tell somebody that we're on the air. Subscribe to the 9's. Share this with somebody. I hope it encourages your heart. It's the 9's, the Perfectly Imperfect podcast. We love you guys. Tell somebody about us.